Life presents us with a tapestry of challenges, and it's in the face of adversity that we seek to emerge stronger than before. Just as in the realm of gaming, where each defeat is a portal to personal growth, our journey began with Tekken 1, a game that set out to carve its identity. Tekken 2 extended the horizon, crafting a world of martial arts mastery. Tekken 3 stands as the magnum opus, defining what Tekken should be, while Tekken 4 ventured into the darkest corners of narrative storytelling. Yet, with the release of Tekken 4, Namco faced pivotal crossroads, challenged with the task of regaining fans they'd lost. It was their most formidable trial since Tekken's inception in 1994. Welcome back to the Retro Fans Retrospective. Today we embark on the exploration of Namco's epic journey, covering the entire narrative and tapestry of Tekken 5.
Heihachi Mishima is dead.
If you're new to this channel and enjoy Tekken, I've already completed and posted Tekken's retrospectives from 1 to 4. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on new content. Let's dive into this. The development of Tekken 5 marked a crucial juncture in the franchise, influenced by both critical reception of its predecessor Tekken 4 and the ambition to celebrate the series' 10-year anniversary. Kazuya Harada, the series director, faced challenges after the poor sales of Tekken 4, prompting him to temporarily leave Namco. Upon his return, driven by a passion for fighting games, Harada sought to revitalize the Tekken series. In the aftermath of Tekken 4's negative feedback, Harada and the development team at Namco were determined to make Tekken 5 stand out as the best game in the franchise. The announcement of Tekken 5 at E3 2004 reflected this commitment, with Harada emphasizing a focus on action elements and the intention to make the game a more over-the-top experience. The development team used the negative backlash from Tekken 4 to construct feedback, guiding them to refining the gameplay and addressing the issues raised by players. Utilization of Namco's dynamic motion synthesis technology, particularly the implementation of the Endorphin AI and dynamic simulation, was a notable technical advancement for Tekken 5. This technology facilitated real-time 3D character animation, significantly improving the animation pipelines in the game's visual effects studios. The decision to incorporate this technology was met with optimism by Shinichiro Yoda and Torsten Riel, reflecting Namco's commitment to pushing the boundaries of animation and gaming. The arcade version of Tekken 5 featured a unique element: players could use their PlayStation 2 controls on an arcade cabinet. This innovation aims to enhance the player's experience and bridge the gap between arcade and home console environments. The success of the arcade version was inspired by the development team to explore additional content for future installments. Differentiating itself from Tekken 4, Tekken 5 ran on the System 256, a more powerful arcade system, allowing for a more detailed background and characters. The new engine provided by Namco played a pivotal role in achieving the visual upgrade. The negative feedback received by Tekken 4 prompted the team to reevaluate and redesign Tekken 5, ensuring a departure from its predecessor. A key focus in Tekken 5 development was to cater to newcomers while retaining the complexity that veterans had appreciated. With an extensive roster of 20 playable characters, including popular returning ones with new additions, the game aims to strike a balance between accessibility and depth. The introduction of the blur effect in fiery stages added visual dynamism to the game, making it more engaging for players. The promise of a mini-game in-action adventure style similar to Tekken 3 added an extra layer of excitement for players. Customization became a significant feature, with 600 items created to allow players to personalize their characters. Asuka Kazama, introduced as a replacement for the absent Jin Kazama, brought a fresh dynamic to the roster. The decision to have characters use their native languages during cutscenes and battles, along with the inclusion of subtitles, demonstrated a commitment to authenticity and diversity. The goal was to surpass the achievements of the two preceding Tekken games, with producer Takai Homa overseeing the aspect of the game's development. The collaboration with CGI studio Digital Frontier for the creation of the CGI cutscenes underscored Namco's dedication to delivering a visual, stunning, immersive experience in Tekken 5. As the game came to fruition, it reflected carefully on the balance between addressing the past shortcomings and pushing the boundaries of what the Tekken series could achieve in its 10th anniversary installment. The development journey of Tekken 5 exemplifies a commitment to innovation, player satisfaction, and the enduring legacy of a beloved fighting game franchise. Tekken 5, hailed for his role in returning to the series' fundamental roots, brought a significant gameplay innovations and improvements that resonated with both seasoned players and newcomers. The game's success lies in its faster, more fluid fighting system, enhanced graphics, the reintroduction of familiar characters, and the inclusion of classic infinite stages, which are emblematic of the Tekken series. One standout addition to Tekken 5 is the Crush system, a gameplay mechanic that alters the vulnerability of characters during attacks. For instance, Moves with jumping properties like hop kicks grant complete invulnerability to low attacks for most of their animation duration. This dynamic element added strategic depth to battles, requiring players to consider the risk of reward with each move carefully. Building on the wall juggling concept from Tekken 4, Tekken 5 refined its feature to less exploitable and more defensible. The adjustment aimed to maintain excitement of mid-air combos while preventing an overemphasis on one aspect of gameplay. The result was a more balanced and nuanced combat system that retained the series' core essence. A notable introduction of Tekken 5 was the ranking system, a first for the series. This feature allowed players to gauge their progress and skill level, adding a competitive layer to the gameplay experience. The inclusion of rankings added an extra incentive for players to refine their skills and climb the virtual fighting ladder. In the realm of content, the home version Tekken 5 emerged a collector's edition, offering full arcade emulations of Tekken 1, 2, 3, and Starblade. This not only celebrated the history of Tekken series but also provided players with a comprehensive experience of its evolution. Customization became a pivotal aspect of the Tekken 5's gameplay, allowing players to personalize their fighters for the first time. This feature enabled an alteration of outfit colors, the acquisition of additional costumes, and the equipping of items. Money carried from various game modes including Story, Survival, Time Attack, Devil Within, and Arcade Battle contributed to the player's ability to customize their characters, fostering a sense of ownership and individuality. The character roster of Tekken 5 was a noteworthy aspect, combining the return of fan-favorite characters like Anna Williams, Bruce Irvin, and Wang Jenrei, with the introduction of 7 new characters. This expansive roster comprising of 37 characters approached the scale of the All-Stars Tekken Tag Tournament game, offering players a diverse section of fighters with unique styles and moves. Acknowledging the need for balance in the arcade-exclusive update, Tekken 5.1 was released to address significant imbalances in the original. Notably, ground moves were adjusted to inflict 70% damage instead of the original 100%. Aiming to create a more equitable playing field. Additionally, the health bar underwent a color change from yellow to green in this update, providing visual cues to players and further refining the gaming experience. In conclusion, Tekken 5's gameplay showcases the meticulous blend of innovation and refinement by revisiting the core elements, introducing new mechanics, and addressing player feedback through updates. Tekken 5 succeeded in revitalizing the series, securing its place as a milestone in the iconic fighting game franchise. Tekken 5 boasts a diverse and compelling roster of characters, featuring a total of 32 playable fighters. The ensemble includes 26 familiar faces from previous installments and introduces 6 new characters, each bringing a unique set of skills, motivations, and stories to the tournament. The returning characters contribute to the game's rich history and fan appeal. Players can once again take control of their favorite martial artists, each with distinct fighting style and personal narrative. These characters are Anna Williams, Baek Doo San, Bruce Irvin, Bryan Fury, Christie Monterio, Craig Marduk, Eddie Gordo, Ganryu, Gunjack, Heihachi Mishima, Hwoarang, Jin Kazama, Julia Chang, Kazuya Mishima, King II, Kuma II, Li Chaolan, Lei Wulong, Ling Xaioyu, Martial Law, Mokujin, Nina Williams, Panda, Paul Phoenix, Steve Fox, Wang Jenrei, and Yoshimitsu. The newer characters that were added to the roster consisted of Asuka Kazama, who is a high school student that practices Kazama-style traditional martial arts. Her motivation to enter the tournament stemmed from a desire for revenge against Feng Wei, who injured her father and destroyed her family's dojo. Asuka's character adds personal emotion and dimension to the narrative, emphasizing the consequences of conflict on individual lives. Devil Jin represents the devil form of Jin Kazama, using Jin's old moveset composed of his paternal family martial arts. Devil Jin adds supernatural and formidable elements to the roster. The dual nature reflects the internal struggles within Jin Kazama, highlighting the complex relationships between characters and their darker counterparts. Feng Wei, an arrogant prodigy of the God Fist style, enters the tournament with the mission to unearth information about the scrolls of God Fist. His quest adds a mysterious and exploratory angle to the storyline, showcasing the diversity of martial arts styles within the Tekken universe. Feng Wei's character is driven by a desire for knowledge and mastery, making him a compelling addition to the cast. Jak 5, the fifth model in the Jak series, is sent by his creator Jane to retrieve Jak 2's memories from Mishima's Zaibatsu. The Jak series has been a staple in the Tekken franchise, and Jak 5's mission introduces an intriguing narrative thread, blending elements of technology and the quest for identity. Jinpachi Mishima, the father of Heihachi, is a character shrouded in mystique. Resurrected from the dead by a vengeful spirit, Jinpachi's storyline introduces a supernatural element to the Tekken narrative. His resurrection and the motives behind it add layers of complexity to the Mishima family saga, creating adding a compelling and unexpected twist in the storyline. Raven, a mysterious ninja agent, is the first to report Heihachi Mishima's supposed demise. As a character shrouded in secrecy, Raven's role in the narrative adds intrigue and espionage to the tournament. His presence introduces a fresh perspective on the Mishima conflict, expanding the scope of the Tekken universe. Roger Jr., part of the wife and son duo Boxing Kangaroo, Roger, embarks on a mission to rescue their husband/father from the Mishima Zaibatsu. This unique lighthearted addition brings a touch of humor to the game, showcasing the diversity of characters and motivations within Tekken. While the home version doesn't introduce additional playable characters, it does feature two uncontrollable enemies, Gunjack and True Ogre, encountered in the Devil Within minigame. These elements contribute to the overall depth and variety of the Tekken 5's character roster, offering players with a well-rounded and engaging experience. Anna Williams, the fierce and fiery sister of Nina Williams, has always been entangled in a tumultuous relationship with her sibling. Her life took a turn after Nina's mysterious disappearance. The mundane routine was shattered when Anna received a phone call from Nina, sparking a reunion after 2 years of separation. However, the meeting didn't unfold without a warm embrace. Instead, Nina immediately opened fire, initiating a prolonged gun battle that spanned days. The conflict reached an impasse, prompting the decision to settle their differences at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. Determined to eliminate her sister once and for all, Anna's journey in the tournament becomes a visceral quest for familial dominance. Her fiery resolve is encapsulated in her battle cry that this time she's dead. Anna's character is defined by the complex emotions of rivalry and a deep-seated desire to assert her dominance over Nina. In the aftermath of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Anna finds an unexpected avenue for her rivalry's expression. A movie director inspired by the intense sibling dynamic insisted on casting them in an upcoming film. Despite her obvious disdain for Nina, Anna recognizes the opportunity and accepts the challenge, revealing a multifaceted aspect of her character that extends beyond the battlefield. Anna's story is not just confined to the Tekken arenas. It extends into an intriguing trivia that adds layers to her character. One fascinating tidbit is her short hair customization, resembling Ivy from Namco's Soul series, showcasing the interconnected design elements within the gaming universe. Additionally, Anna shares a win quote with Helena Douglas from Devil May Cry 5, emphasizing the subtle cross-reference in the gaming world. Her sub-bosses, Lee Chaolan and Nina Williams, provide insight to the web of relationships that define her world. Anna's encounter with Lee Chaolan in story mode introduces a unique scene, making her one of the few characters to have a post-law sequence, underscoring the depth of character interactions. Anna's portrayal is a testament to the intricacies of the game's development. While her cutscene dialogue is voiced by Kat Cressida, in the game, she is voiced by Leanne Hardy, possibly due to a staggered release of the console version after the arcade version. Delving into her supernatural side, two of Anna's ghosts, Queen Vala and Teokita, bear names inspired by Tekken Force members in Tekken 4, adding a mystical dimension to her character. In her ending, Anna's theatrical pursuits leads to a sword-fighting duel with Nina on a castle rooftop. The unexpected twist when Nina's armor comes falling off captures the essence of their tumultuous relationships, blending action and humor into the Tekken narrative. Nina Williams, a contract assassin, finds herself entangled in the complexities of her mysterious past. The Syndicate, a shadowy organization, discloses the surprising revelation that Steve Fox is her biological son. Despite this revelation, Nina remains emotionally stoic, continuing her life as an assassin. The The narrative takes a turn when Hong Kong detective Lei Wulong dismantles the syndicate, leaving Nina without a motive for her previous mission to assassinate Steve. Seizing the opportunity to unravel her enigmatic history, Nina turns focus towards recovering her memories. This quest leads her to a confrontation with her sister Anna. The encounter with Anna unfolds into a prolonged and intense gun battle, lasting days. Yet, neither sister manages to gain the upper hand. Recognizing the futility of their conflict, Nina and Anna agree to settle the rivalry with the framework in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. Nina's journey is marked by the absence of her past, a void she aims to fill. The Syndicate's claim about Steve being her son fails to evoke any emotional response from Nina, a testament to her emotional resilience. The tale takes an unexpected twist when the movie director, inspired by the fierce sibling rivalry, proposes a film starring Nina and Anna. Initially resistant to the idea, Nina eventually accepts the offer. Upon learning that Anna has already agreed, the movie plot unfolds in Nina's ending, where she and Anna engage in a sword fight on a castle rooftop. In a surprising turn, Anna emerges victorious, receiving accolades for her acting skills. As the director exclaims "cut" and praises Anna, Nina departs the scene, leaving behind a meticulously planned surprise. With the remote control in hand, she triggers an explosive finale, a sly smile adorning her face. Nina Williams' narrative showcases her unwavering commitment to her assassin lifestyle, marked by emotional detachment, even in the face of revelations about her family. The prolonged conflict with her sister Anna and the subsequent acceptance of her movie role adds layers to Nina's character, highlighting her adaptability and resourcefulness. The explosive ending, where Nina orchestrates cinematic climax, encapsulates her cunning and strategic mindset, solidifying her as a complex and intriguing character within the narrative.
And cut. What a great take! Great! Oh, that was the best one yet. I knew what I was doing when I cast you. I'm so good. Great. Sound great. But
Could someone get Anna a bottle of water, please?
Thanks.
Let's keep making it.
Baek Doo San, a distinguished master of Taekwondo, found his life veering into an unforeseen trajectory after a fateful attack. While returning home from teaching in the countryside, he was ambushed, leading to his loss of consciousness. His journey took an unexpected turn when he awoke in a military hospital, greeted by an official from the Defense Department. Astonishingly, Baek had been in a coma for over a past year. Persuaded by the Defense Department, he reluctantly embraced a new role as a Taekwondo instructor for the military. A year later, stationed at a military base, Baek's path entwined with his past as he reconnected with his protege Hwoarang after 2.5 years. The military brass saw opportunity for both mentor and pupil, urging Baek to contact Hwoarang. Their reunion set the stage for the mentor to challenge his disciple, urging Hwoarang to enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, a test of their Taekwondo prowess. Baek's complex narrative unfolds in the tournament, when he encounters martial law and faces Hwoarang as a sub-boss. When engaging law in story mode, no mention is made of their past encounters from Tekken 2, creating an intriguing gap shared in their history. Baek's character extends beyond the combat arena. He holds instructional sessions at his dojo, adding a layer of depth to his role as a Taekwondo instructor. In Baek's ending, a cinematic tableau reminiscent of Western unfolds. Hwoarang is poisoned a street ball and is halted by Baek's sharp command. However, as the scene progresses, Baek effortlessly dispatches the 3 thugs who threaten him. The dynamic ending not only showcases Baek's prowess, but also highlights the mentor and disciple relationship with Hwoarang. Baek Doo San's storyline introduces a unique fold of military involvement, mentorship, and the intricate world of Taekwondo. His ending, infused with the Western cinematic elements, add distinct flavor to his character. The nod to Westerns is evident in the careful details from Hwoarang's spurred boots to Baek's introduction with the hat close up, and the Western-inspired soundtrack. This nuanced storytelling enhances the Tekken universe, portraying Baek not just as a formidable fighter, but also a mentor navigating unexpected twists in his martial arts journey.
이 녀석! 아직도 이런 짓을 하고 다니는 게냐?
너 뭐야? 자리 못 가자? 잠깐만! 그분은...
Hwoarang, the fiery taekwondo expert and potential rival of Jin Kazama, has navigated a tumultuous journey through the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Captured by the South Korean military, just as his anticipated showdown with Jin loomed, Hwoarang found himself at the Korean embassy, where a mysterious ambassador presented him with military papers. The unexpected revelation of an official pardon and urgent military matters left Hwoarang in disbelief. 2 months later, having completed his military service, Hwoarang emerged free and determined to settle the score with Jin Kazama. In his pursuit of Jin, Hwoarang faced formidable challenges, but his indomitable spirit prevailed as he finally triumphed over his rival. However, victory did not grant its respite, as Hwoarang's ending takes an unexpected turn. Riding his motorcycle at breakneck speed, Hwoarang encounters Devil Jin on the highway. A tense confrontation ensues, culminating in Devil Jin using telekinetic powers to cause Hwoarang's motorcycle to explode. Undeterred, Hwoarang, although injured, rises defiantly and assumes a fighting stance, ready to confront the demonic force behind him. This scene concludes with a close-up of Hwoarang panting, yet exhilarated, showcasing his unwavering determination and unbeatable spirit.
오늘도 정말 따분하군.
Christie Monterio's narrative in Tekken 5 is a journey of familiar love, sacrifice, and the lengths one is willing to go to for the ones they hold dear. As the granddaughter of a capoeira master, her story unfolds with an emotional visit to her grandfather in prison, a setting that has taken a toll on the once vibrant martial artist. The initial encounter with her grandfather paints a stark picture of the harshness of prison life, rendering him a mere shadow of his former self. The sharp contrast between his emaciated state and the memories Christie holds of him creates a sense of urgency and desperation in her character. Upon learning about her grandfather's dire medical condition, diagnosed with an incurable illness and given less than 6 months to live, Christie faces an emotional crossroads. The Mishima Zaibatsu's advanced technology emerges as a potential lifeline, a beacon of hope that could extend her grandfather's life. This sets the stage for Christie's decision to enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, viewing it as her last chance to secure the Mishima Zaibatsu's resources. Her journey unfolds against the backdrop of the tournament, a brutal contest that demands both physical prowess and strategic acumen. Christie's determination to win is not driven by personal glory or power, but an unwavering desire to save her grandfather. This singular focus on family ties adds layer of depth to her character, transcending the typical motivations seen in the tournament's participants. The climax of Christie's story is a testament to her resilience and love for her grandfather. In the ending, the operation's outcome is awaited with a bated breath. As the doors open and reveal the opaque white light, the scene transitions to a different stage. Here, Eddy and Christie are found practicing, a poignant symbol of continuity and renewal. The unexpected appearance of her grandfather blocking a movement of Christie's legs signifies that not only the success of the operation, but the rekindling of their martial arts legacy. Eddy Gordo, the legendary capoeira prodigy, embarks on a poignant and determined journey in Tekken 5. Driven by a mix of foul love and desire for redemption, his narrative unfolds as a testament to the lengths one's willing to go for the well-being of a beloved mentor. The story begins with Eddy's master, who is set to be released after a lengthy prison sentence. However, the reunion is bittersweet as the once formidable master is succumbed to the fertility of old age. The stark contrast serves as a hairbanger of the challenges that lie ahead for Eddy. Faced with the heartbreaking reality of his master's condition, Eddy takes a decisive step into having him hospitalized. The diagnosis is grim. An incurable illness with the life expectancy less than 6 months. Undentered, Eddy learns of a glimmer of hope, a potential cure that resides within the technological prowess of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Driven by a desperate determination to save his aligning master, Eddy makes a difficult decision to enter the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. The Mishima Zaibatsu, known for its advanced technology and vast resources, becomes a beacon of hope for Eddy's quest. His participation in the tournament is not only merely for glory or personal gain, but is fueled by the selflessness and mission to secure a cure that could defy the inevitability of his master's impending fate. The narrative takes a poignant turn as Eddy, facing the formidable sub-boss Kazuya Mishima, not only seeks victory for personal redemption but also avenges his father's death. This dual motivation adds layers to Eddy's character, entwining personal salvation with the settling of familiar scores. Notably, his shared ending with Christie underscores the thematic parallels between two characters, emphasizing the commonality in their pursuit of justice and resolution. Eddy Gordo's story in Tekken 5 is a testament to the power of love, loyalty, and transcending personal limitations and embracing the sacrifices one's willing to make for the sake of those he holds dear. As he enters the tournament, Eddy's journey becomes a compelling narrative thread, weaving through the intricate tapestry of the Mishima family saga.
I did it, Father. I avenged you. All right. Now I just need to get the money for the Master's medical bills.
In the dystopian realm of Tekken, Bryan Fury stands as a testament to fusion man and machine. Entrusting his cybernetic frame to the expertise of Dr. Bashanovich, Bryan sought technological upgrade that would elevate his combat prowess. However, upon awakening, Bryan discovered that the intricate mechanism within his body perplexed even the esteemed doctor. Undentered, Dr. Bashanovich managed to install a perpetual power generator as a temporary solution, earning Bryan's exhilarated approval. The revelation of the perpetual power generator ignited Bryan's excitement, leading to a brash exit from the Manji Party's secret base. Unleashing his formidable cybernetic might, Bryan effortlessly dispatched those who dared to impede in his path. The news of the King of Iron Fist tournament's return reached Bryan's presence, presenting an opportune challenge for his newly upgraded system. The climax of Bryan's journey unfolds in his ending. Set in a mysterious forest armed with a Gatling gun, Bryan uses his cyborg's eye to track the elusive Yoshimitsu. A relentless pursuit ensues, with Bryan firing a Gatling gun upon spotting Yoshimitsu, only for the ninja to vanish. In a cinematic sequence, Bryan skillfully wields a pistol, delivering a barrage of shots over his shoulder as Yoshimitsu reappears. The final moments freeze in anticipation as Bryan, with a sinister smirk, takes aim at a conclusive shot, leaving the outcome shrouded in darkness. Yoshimitsu, the head of the Manji Party, emerges as a character driven by a complex moral compass. In the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, he executed a daring heist, breaking into the Mishima Zaibatsu vaults with intentions to use the stolen prize money for the greater good, to aid the starving people of the world. In an unexpected twist, Yoshimitsu encountered the fallen Bryan Fury during his operation and chose compassion, rescuing the injured cyborg for the aligning Dr. Bashanovich. However, the narrative takes a dark turn when Yoshimitsu responds to a SOS from Dr. Bashanovich's research facility a month later. Arriving at the facility, he discovers a scene of devastation, his comrades in the Manji Party slaughtered, and the facility in ruins. The revelation from Dr. Bashanovich unveils Bryan Fury's betrayal, attributing to the carnage to Bryan and his newly implanted perpetual generator. This revelation fuels Yoshimitsu's fiery determination for vengeance, vowing retribution for the destruction for those who once aided the very antagonist he saved. Yoshimitsu's motivation intensifies upon learning of Bryan's participation in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. The ninja, with a commitment to justice and loyalty to the fallen members of the Manji Party, steps into the tournament arena with a sharpened sword and a heart of flame with the pursuit of retribution. His narrative unfolds as a saga of betrayal, tragedy, and the pursuit of justice, encapsulating the complexity of Yoshimitsu's character. Yoshimitsu's storyline is a tapestry woven with moral dilemmas reflecting his commitment to altruism despite his betrayals he faces. His interaction with Bryan Fury showcases the clash between his compassion and the harsh reality of Bryan's subsequent atrocities. The ending, a cinematic spectacle of vengeance, portrays Yoshimitsu's determination to mete out justice for the betrayal suffered by his Manji clan members and the assault on Dr. Bajanovic. The use of the word retribution encapsulates Yoshimitsu's unwavering commitment to avenging the heinous acts committed against those he holds dear, making him not just a skilled warrior, but also a notable avenger in the shadows. Julia Chang, a dedicated researcher striving to save the world's forests, embarks on a personal and professional journey as portrayed in the Tekken series. Disheartened by her inability to recover crucial reforestation data during the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, Julia faced recurring obstacles in her research. The lingering absence of vital information haunted her endeavors, leaving her research incomplete. It is at this juncture that Julia receives a cryptic letter in a foreign language announcing the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. Driven by her unwavering commitment to force rejuvenation, Julia resolves to enter the tournament, viewing it as a potential avenue to realize her aspirations. The narrative takes a turn as Julia, amidst the fierce competition of the tournament, successfully retrieves the elusive force rejuvenation data. Empowered by this triumph, she establishes a laboratory in the challenging terrain of Arizona, eager to wholeheartedly dedicate herself to research. Despite her less than ideal conditions of the Arizona desert, Julia's relentless pursuit of her goals continues. However, her efforts face setbacks and her research experiences a period of failure. In her conclusion to her storyline, a moment of respite transforms her perspective into a moment of profound joy. Having fallen asleep at her desk, Julia dreams of strolling through a lush green forest, an embodiment of her ultimate goal. Upon awakening, she discovers a small but significant success in her lab. Witnessing the growth of a seedling in one of the glass incubation jars, Julia is overwhelmed with happiness. Clutching the jar and dropping to her knees, she envisions herself in the thriving forest from her dream, capturing the essence of her enduring dedication and realization to her botanical dreams.
It was all just a dream.
Ganryu, the esteemed sumo wrestler, boasts the impressive feat of being the youngest to attain the rank of Ozuke in sumo. Despite his success in the wrestling arena, Ganryu's story takes an unexpected turn as he transitions into retirement, establishing a sumo dojo in Hawaii. He envisions life of luxury, and even though his advances are rebuffed by Michelle Chang, he remains consistent with the twists of fate. However, Ganryu's life takes a romantic twist when at the age of 55 he catches sight of Julia Chang in a video at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. Struck by love, he sees Julia a resemblance of Michelle and immediately falls head over heels. Learning of Julia's noble quest to recover the reforestation data from the Mishima Zaibatsu, Ganryu sees an opportunity. Determined to win Julia's heart, he eagerly accepts the invitation to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, viewing it as a perfect chance to retrieve the coveted reforestation program and impress Julia. Ganryu's journey takes a victorious turn as he emerges triumphant in the tournament, successfully securing the forest rejuvenation data. In his heartfelt ending, Ganryu adorned his traditional sumo attire with a distinctive dicky bird bow tie and a rose on his chest, stands by the water edge. The epilogue reveals his attempt to confess his love to Julia, complete with a heartfelt engagement ring. However, Julia is nowhere to be seen, having missed the declaration. This scene ends with Ganryu's mouth open in disappointment as a boat passes by, emphasizing the bittersweet nature of his unrequited love.
I can't thank you enough. With this, I'll be able to bring back the forest.
それはそれとして、実はでごわすな。おいどもはジュリアちゃんのことをすぐ好きになってしまったでごわす。ジュリアちゃん。
Craig Marduk, the once invincible veiled Tudo fighter, found himself at the crossroads of redemption and vengeance after a staggering defeat by King in the previous tournament. Consumed by the bitterness of defeat, Marduk emerged from the hospital with an unrelenting resolve. His response was a grueling training regimen that sculpted him into the epitome of a fighting machine. Fueled by an insatiable desire for victory and a symbolic act of ferocity, Marduk donned a black jaguar mask, an emblem of his predatory prowess. This masked juggernaut stormed through the Veiled Tudo tournament, leaving a trail of battered opponents in his wake. Each triumph reinforced his singular goal, a rematch against King. The proclamation echoed through the tournament grounds, "King, you're next." This stage was set for an electrifying showdown at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. Marduk's determination bore fruit as he emerged victorious and crowned the new champion. However, for Marduk, being the champion was insufficient. Driven by a hunger for dominance, he embarked on a reckless path, assaulting various martial arts champions to assert his supremacy. In a climactic ending, Marduk's audacity reaches new heights. The scene unfolds with the ominous words, "And today's target is..." As two boxers prepare for a conventional match, Marduk crashes the ring, interrupting the bout, and issues a brazen challenge to both fighters. Disregarding the referee's attempts to intervene, Marduk incapacitates the official with a single blow. The hapless boxers, fueled by the feudal courage, launch an assault on Marduk, only to be effortlessly subdued. Marduk revels in the chaos, tearing apart the boxing ropes with disdain. In the audience, Steve Fox, visibly disgusted, rises to comfort Marduk, setting the stage for potential new conflicts beyond the confines of the tournament. Craig Marduk's journey reflects the classic narrative of redemption, revenge, and showcasing the character's resilience in the face of defeat. His choice of a black jaguar mask symbolizes his predatory nature, embodying both strength and menace. Marduk's trajectory from champion to aggressor emphasized the darker aspects of his character, culminating in a disruptive display in the boxing ring. The confrontation with Steve adds a layer of complexity, hinting at a potential rivalries and conflicts beyond the confines of the formal tournaments. Craig Marduk's storyline and actions contribute to the multifaceted narrative, where personal vendettas and a quest for supremacy often transcend the boundaries of traditional martial arts tournaments.
Come and get some. Come on, I'll make you go, boy. Get out of my face. stop me! No!
King II emerges as a character driven by honor, revenge, and ultimately redemption. After triumphing over Craig Marduk in the 4th tournament, King, a masked pro wrestler carrying the spirits of 2 champions, Armor King and the First King, found himself at a crossroads. Consumed by the desire for vengeance, he ventured into Marduk's hospital room with the intent to end the saga with a fatal blow. However, a pivotal moment of clarity, King abandoned the path of revenge, recognizing its futility. Returning home, King received wind of Marduk's challenge for revenge, and now adorned with a black jaguar mask. Unwilling to allow his master's name to be tarnished, King embraced the call to face Marduk once more at the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. The narrative unfolds as King encounters Julia Chang, who implores him to cease his relentless pursuit, fueled by Marduk's provocations. Undeterred, King, driven by an unyielding commitment to his master's legacy, presses forward. In the tournament, King faces Julia in a tense battle, each with their convictions. Julia urged him to stop fighting solely on Marduk's call, but King, resolute in his mission, emerged victorious, fueling his determination to settle the score. 2 victories later, the anticipated clash with Marduk arrived. Despite Marduk's claim to victory on fair terms, King emerged triumphant once again. In a surprising turn, Marduk conceded defeat, and the animosity that had once defined their relationship gave way to reconciliation. The climax of King's narrative unfolds its ending, where he finds himself overpowered in a tag wrestling match. However, a symbolic moment transpires, as Marduk, his former adversary, intervenes and aids King in a synchronized finishing move. This fact of solidarity not only secures victory but signifies a newfound camaraderie, culminating in both wrestlers proudly hoisting their championship belts in unison. Jack 5, a formidable combat android, emerges as a symbol of loyalty and resilience in the tumultuous world of Tekken. Created by the brilliant scientist Jin, Jack 5's origin story entwines tragedy and scientific prowess. 2 years prior, Gunjack, a predecessor to Jack 5, valiantly shielded Jane during a skirmish within Tekken Force, sacrificing himself to safeguard her. This incident catalyzed Jane's journey into the heart of G Corporation's robotics division, where she engineered Jack 4 and eventually embarked on the ambitious creation of Jack 5. Jane's integration into G Corporation unfolded against the backdrop of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, providing the ideal arena for Jack 5's field testing. The tournament served as a proving ground for the upgraded model, a testament to G Corporation's strategic use of competitive arenas for technological validation. The narrative takes a compelling turn in Jack 5's ending, adding emotional depth to the character. Upon victorious retrieval of Jack 5's memories and data from Mishima Heavy Industries, an attempt to install an emotion program leads to unforeseen consequences. Jack 5, driven temporarily berserk, wreaks havoc on the lab. In an emotional moment, memories of Gunjack are downloaded into Jack 5, momentarily clouding his artificial consciousness. A crushing blow is intimate, but a sudden pause erupts the destructive course. As Jack 5 halts, confusion is evident, with the memories reset themselves. A remarkable transformation occurs as Jack, now restored with his original personality, exhibits gentleness by picking up Jane in his arms. This nuanced conclusion not only highlights the intricate interplay between artificial intelligence and human emotion, but also underscores the resilience of Jack 5's core programming. Jack 5's narrative arc reflects on a recurring theme of identity and memory manipulation within the Tekken universe. The incorporation of Gunjack's memories into Jack 5's consciousness adds a layer of complexity to the character's emotional spectrum. The momentary conflict between destructive impulses and restored gentleness showcases the delicate balance between technological advancement and the preservation of individuality. Jack 5's storyline contributes to Tekken's overarching exploration of the consequences and ethical implications of advanced robots and artificial intelligence in a world consumed by martial arts rivalry and corporate intrigue.
do it, my dear Jack will awaken again.
Mokujin, a martial arts training dummy, crafted from the venerable white oak, stands as a unique entity in the Tekken universe. Originally a lifeless practice tool for martial artists, Mokujin underwent a profound transformation 2 years ago during the clash between Jin and Ogre. Surprisingly, as Jin emerged victorious, Mokujin came to life, a sentient being with the enigmatic wooden smile adorning its face. This newfound animation, however, was short-lived as Mokujin returned to his inert state after Ogre's defeat. Despite its apparent return to stillness, Mokujin's story takes an unexpected turn within the resurgence of a potent force. Once more compelled to action by the emergence of this powerful entity, Mokujin finds itself in a perpetual cycle of animation, raising an intriguing question: will Mokujin ever be free? And the culmination of Mokujin's journey, depicted in its ending, the wooden warrior achieves a notable victory against Jinpachi. However, the triumph comes at a cost. As the force that awakened Mokujin is vanquished, the animated guardian collapses, lifeless to the ground. In a moment of mystical renaissance, a column of light descends from the sky onto Mokujin, and a small leaf sprouts onto his wooden nose. Mokujin's origins are deeply rooted in a 2,000-year-old oak, adding a layer of ancient mystique to its existence. The enigma surrounding Mokujin's animation is tied to significant events in the narrative, particularly in the clash between Jin and Ogre. Despite his seemingly perpetual duty to respond to powerful entities, Mokujin's fate remains uncertain, leaving players and enthusiasts to ponder the question of his ultimate freedom. The symbolic imagery in Mokujin's ending, with a leaf sprouting on his nose after a triumphant yet lifeless moment, adds a touch of poetic mysticism to the character's storyline. Mokujin, a wooden guardian animated by the ebb and flow of powerful forces, continues to stand as one of Tekken's most intriguing and enigmatic characters. Roger Jr. is not your typical fighter in the Tekken universe. He is a genetically engineered kangaroo with a unique backstory that entwines with family bonds, military experimentation, and the pursuit of justice. Born as the son of Roger, the first military kangaroo created by Kazuya Mishima and the Mishima Zaibatsu, Roger Jr. inherited a legacy that began with his father's participation in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 2. However, the tranquility of their lives was shattered when Roger, the patriarch, was mysteriously abducted. The narrative takes an interesting twist as Roger's mother decides to divorce Roger after finding him and living in luxury. Indifferent to the struggles of his family, now Roger Jr. and his mother navigate life on their own, participating in tournaments to make ends meet. Despite being a kangaroo, Roger Jr.'s tale resonates with themes of familial bond, resilience, and the quest of justice. In his quest to uncover the truth behind his father's disappearance, Roger Jr. enters the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, embodying determination tucked away in his mother's pouch. The tournament becomes the battleground, not just for victory, but for family reunions. Upon finding his father's defunct lab, Roger Jr. is confronted with the harsh reality that Roger has been leading a carefree life, indifferent to his concerns about his family. Roger Jr.'s character is defined by his shock and anger, discovering his father's neglect, culminating in a vengeful uppercut that propels Roger through the roof. This powerful scene reflects emotional depth within Roger Jr.'s character, a mix of loyalty, disappointment, and the strength to stand up for what's right. Roger Jr. represents the second generation of genetically altered kangaroos created for the military purposes in the Mishima Zaibatsu labs. His existence existence is a testament to the bizarre experiments conducted under Kazuya's rule. Despite his kangaroo origins, Roger Jr.'s narrative is remarkably human, exploring themes of family dynamics and responsibility. The quirky twist in the storyline where Roger is lounging and watching cartoons adds a touch of humor to Roger Jr.'s quest for justice, highlighting the Tekken series' ability to blend intense fighting with moments of unexpected levity. Steve Fox, a world-class boxing champion, steps into the ring not only to conquer opponents with his formidable boxing skills, but to grapple with the enigma of his own existence. The pursuit of the international exposure in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 becomes a pivotal journey for Steve as he seeks clues about his birth, and the revelation, with the aid of Lei Wulong, uncovers the sinister involvement of the Mishima Zaibatsu in his conception, transforming the world of competitive boxing into a battleground of personal vendetta. Armed with a newfound knowledge and determination for retribution, Steve sets his sights on dismantling Mishima Zaibatsu's malevolent designs. The transition to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 signifies Steve's unwavering resolve to ensure that he remains the sole creation of the Mishima Zaibatsu, vowing that they'll never replicate their past mistakes. His confidence radiates as he enters the tournament, ready not only to claim victory, but to obliterate the shadow of his own creation. In the aftermath of the tournament with the Mishima Zaibatsu under his control, Steve embarks on a mysterious mission redirecting the narrative from the ring to a pivotal location. The epilogue text hints at a decisive move, leaving players intrigued about Steve's next chapter beyond the tournament battles. Steve's epilogue paints a vivid picture of his inner turmoil and a culmination of his quest for answers. Enraged by the revelations with the Mishima Zaibatsu lab, he unleashes his fury upon the equipment that symbolizes his terminal's origins. A tank possibly containing a life form or representing the site of his conception becomes a focal point of his rage. In a moment of contemplation, Steve's resolve intensifies as he shatters the glass with a powerful punch. The ensuing destruction, marked by spilled fluids ignited by Steve's fiery retribution, signifies the incendiary end to a chapter of his life. Walking away from the engulfed laboratory, Steve's satisfaction resonates, echoing the closure he finds with the flames that consume the remnants of his mysterious past. Steve Fox's backstory adds a layer of complexity to the Tekken lore, entwining personal identity struggles with the global stage of the King of Iron Fist tournament. His boxing prowess and determination against the Mishima Zaibatsu showcase the diverse motivations that drive characters in Tekken. Steve's distinctive fighting style, rooted in boxing, complements his character, providing players with a unique combat experience. The symbolism of his epilogue with the destruction of the lab and the fiery aftermath reinforces the theme of rebirth and liberation from the shackles of a manipulated origin. Steve Fox stands as a testament to Tekken's ability to weave personal stories into the grand tapestry of fighting tournament, making him a memorable and dynamic character in the franchise. Kuma II, the unwavering and loyal pet of Heihachi Mishima, found himself in a tumultuous journey marked by triumph, sorrow, and resolute commitment to his late master's legacy. His saga begins with a notable victory over Paul Phoenix in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, a triumph that brought momentary joy to Kuma. However, the jubilation was short-lived as the news of Heihachi's demise reached him, plunging Kuma into a profound sorrow. Faced with the chaotic aftermath of the Mishima Zaibatsu and sensing the uncertainty surroundings of his future, Kuma recognized a new purpose. His loyalty to Heihachi extended beyond the physical, manifesting in determination to save the Mishima Zaibatsu, an act he deemed the ultimate display of allegiance to his departed master. The narrative takes an interesting turn as Kuma, with the newfound mission, sets out to reclaim the Mishima Zaibatsu during the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. The turmoil within the Zaibatsu had already settled by the time Kuma had arrived, leaving him ousted from the premises by security forces. Undeterred, Kuma retreated to the solstice of the mountains, bidding his time for the opportune moment to fulfill his pledge. With the announcement for the King of Iron Fist 5 echoed through the fighting world, Kuma seized a chance, vowing to reassert the Mishima Zaibatsu under his vigilant watch. In the culmination of his journey, Kuma's ending reveals a whimsical yet dramatic encounter. Reading a mysterious document, he places his paw print on it, a peculiar act that hints at his role at machinations to come. Li Chaolan, with news of Heihachi's desire to meet, ushers a twist that encapsulates Kuma's unwavering loyalty. Heihachi's congratulatory words quickly turn into a comedic spectacle, as Kuma, with a sly maneuver, sends both Heihachi and his prize fish plummeting to the trapdoor. The ending encapsulates Kuma's unique blend of loyalty, playfulness, and a touch of cunning.
Mishima Heihachi が面会を求めていますが、いかがいたしましょう。かしこまりました。
熊よわしの代わりに財閥を守ってくれたとは感心なやつが。熊の分際にわしの目の黒い上しは好き勝手にはさせんぞ。
Paul Phoenix, the self-proclaimed toughest fighter in the universe, is a seasoned martial artist known for his distinctive red headband and his iconic red G with flames. In the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Paul's primary motivation is to prove himself as the greatest fighter in the universe, to face his long-lost rival Kazuya Mishima, whom he had fought over 2 decades ago. However, Paul's path to glory is obstructed by Kuma, the bear who had been a perpetual roadblock in his journey. Despite his initial confidence, Paul finds himself struggling against Kuma's relentless tenacity. A severe blow from Kuma leads Paul's defeat, prompting a moment of reflection. Paul recognizes that he had become overconfident and lost sight of his crucial lessons. In the face of defeat, he decides to embark on a journey of rediscovery, aiming to reclaim that which he had lost. 2 months later, with renewed determination, Paul re-enters the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. His declaration echoes his unwavering self-belief, declaring, "I am the toughest fighter in the universe." Paul's character is defined by his resilience and willingness to start over, embodying the spirit of a true martial artist seeking constant improvement. In his ending, Paul's indomitable spirit is showcased in a humorous and audacious scene. The setting transitions to a space colony, where Paul, in a ramshackle building, warms up with fighting moves. The building's sign defiantly reads, "Bring it on, you aliens," with a crude drawing of an alien as his target. Paul punches through the wall, symbolizing his readiness for any challenge. He defiantly challenges extraterrestrial beings with triumphant declaration, "Yeah, anytime, any place, bring it on, you aliens." This scene encloses with a multitude of UFOs converging on the space colony, leaving the outcome of Paul's intergalactic challenge open-ended. Paul's character is known for his hot-blooded personality and desire to prove himself as the ultimate fighter. His signature move, the Phoenix Smasher, is a powerful punch that epitomizes his straightforward and aggressive fighting style. Paul's enduring rivalry with Kazuya Mishima adds depth to his character, showcasing his determination to face formidable opponents despite the passage of time. Additionally, his comedic ending, challenging aliens with unmatched bravado, reflects the lighthearted and entertaining elements often present in the Tekken lore.
I'm the best there is on Earth. Watch out, universe, 'cause here I come!
Now, how the hell am I supposed to get to outer space?
Ling Xaioyu, a spirited high school student, emerges as a key figure in the terminless Mishima saga. Propelled by a personal mission to salvage the Mishima family from its tragic fate, in the previous tournament, she found an unlikely ally in Yoshimitsu, who unraveled the dark history of the Mishima clan, planting the seeds of a deep-seated belief with Xiaoyu. She became convinced that the Mishima family's misfortune stemmed from Heihachi's brutal treatment of Kazuya. The news of Heihachi's demise elicits a response from Xiaoyu. Tears welling in her eyes, she contemplates the unchangeable past. Her encounter with a brilliant scientist offering a chance to turn back time through a time machine seizes the opportunity presented by an invitation to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, foreseeing the prize money as a means to fund the scientist's ambitious invention. In her journey through the tournament, Xiaoyu emerged victorious, securing the coveted prize that promises to alter the course of the Mishima history. The climax of her story sees Xiaoyu as the first to use the time machine, intending to intervene in the pivotal moment when Heihachi condemned Kazuya into a ravine. However, her attempt at rewriting history takes a tragic turn. The uncontrollable time machine collides with both Heihachi and Kazuya, shattering Xiaoyu's aspirations. The revelation from the scientist delivered a weary laugh underscores the futility of her altering the past. Ling Xiaoyu's narrative arc in Tekken 5 reflects a blend of determination and vulnerability. The theme of time travel introduces a unique element to her character, adding layers to the Mishima family saga. The animated 2D ending stands out as a departure from the game's typical 3D animations, emphasizing the emotional weight of Xiaoyu's journey and the consequences of meddling with the temporal fabric. This tragic yet compelling storyline showcases Xiaoyu's courage in confronting the past, even as it slips through the grasp of her well-intentioned efforts.
ありがとう。さらばじゃ。
ありがとうってちょっと意味わかんないじゃない。賞金は誰にもらえばいいのよ。もしも成功したらみんな幸せになれるかも。
どうだ怖いか。まあ落とすつもりはないが、これくらいの恐怖を克服できんようでは三島は告げんわ。
やっぱり失敗か。歴史を変えたかったのに。
お前さんが過去に何かしようがすまいが、起こってしまった歴史は変わらんよ。まあちょっと修正されるぐらいが関の山じゃん。
Panda, the devoted bodyguard of Ling Xiaoyu, plays a crucial role in the emotional well-being of her charge. After Xiaoyu experienced a period of depression following the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, Panda, concerned about her friend's happiness, embarked on a mission to find Jin Kazama. Believing his presence would bring joy to Xiaoyu, despite exhaustive efforts, Panda's search for Jin proved futile. However, when Xiaoyu excitedly announced her participation in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Panda, without fully understanding the reason, readily committed to supporting Xiaoyu once again, showcasing the depth of her bond. In Panda's ending, an unexpected twist unfolds as she becomes the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Chaolan approaches Panda, conveying Kuma's desire to see her. In a surprising turn of events, Panda instructs Lee to bring Kuma to her office. The scene takes a humorous turn when Kuma, holding a bouquet of flowers, approaches Panda with open arms, seemingly ready for an embrace. However, Panda, with calculated precision, presses a concealed red button, causing Kuma to fall into a hole. Lee, confident in Panda's action, gives a thumbs up. Moments later, Xiaoyu enters the scene, exhaustingly greeting Panda. Curiosity leads Xiaoyu to a mysterious blue button on Panda's desk, triggering another unexpected descent into a hole. Lee, undeterred, responds with yet another thumbs up. Panda's unwavering loyalty to Xiaoyu was evident in her willingness to go great lengths to ensure Xiaoyu's happiness, even though it involved searching for the elusive Jin Kazama. Despite her seemingly calm demeanor, Panda's ending showcases a humorous and unexpected side that she takes charge of the Mishima Zaibatsu and engineers comical scenarios involving Kuma and Xiaoyu. This unexpected twist adds layer of depth to Panda's character, blending loyalty with a touch of mischievous humor.
熊が面会を求めていますがいかがいたしましょう。かしこまりました。
Wang Jenrei, a character deeply entrenched in the intricate narrative of Tekken, bears the weight of friendship, loyalty, and the quest for peace. Long ago, he shared a profound camaraderie with Jinpachi Mishima, a friend from a distant island. As the specter of war loomed over the world, Jinpachi entrusted Wang with a solemn mission to bring about peace by extinguishing the Mishima clan. Jinpachi vanished, leaving Wang to grapple with this heavy burden. Learning of Jinpachi's demise amidst global turmoil, Wang withdrew into isolation. 30 years later, Wang's tranquil existence shattered when an unexpected invitation to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 arrived, accompanied by a message from Jinpachi himself. The plea for help and the revelation of Jinpachi's survival propelled Wang into the journey to seek out his long-lost friend. Wang's character is portrayed as a relentless merchant, a facet that adds depth to his persona beyond martial prowess. Showcasing the tournament, his loyalty to Jinpachi becomes a driving force behind his actions, showcasing a unique blend of martial honor and personal connection. In the climactic ending, Wang achieves the seemingly impossible, defeating Jinpachi Mishima. The scene unfolds as Jinpachi's devil form dissipates, leaving behind the human core. Wang, filled with concern and compassion, cradles Jinpachi in his arms. The dialogue between two friends echoes the depth of their relationship, emphasizing their shared history and brotherly bond. As Jinpachi expresses regret for trouble caused, Wang refuses such sentiments, emphasizing their enduring brotherhood. The scene takes a turn as Jinpachi is now reduced to dust, bids farewell to his dear friend. Wang, left to grapple with the weight of the Mishima bloodline's curse, acknowledges the inevitability of his own destiny. The symbolic shooting star in the sky undergoes the transcendence of their existence and cynical nature of Mishima tragedies. Wang Jenrei's storyline in Tekken 5 adds a layer of emotional complexity to the Mishima saga. The juxtaposition of loyalty lost and the cynical nature of Mishima conflicts distinguishes Wang's narrative. His role as a merchant and unexpected reunion with Jinpachi showcases the intricate storytelling that Tekken is renowned for. The emotional depth reached in Wang's ending highlights the series' ability to weave personal narratives with the larger tapestry of martial arts tournaments and family feuds.
Jinpachi, 你不要紧吧？すまない。お主にはまた迷惑をかけてしまった。说什么傻话？我们不是生死之交吗？Jinpachi。今一度杯を踏み交わしたかったが、残念ながら迎えが来たようだ。親友よ、さらばだ。嬉しかったぞ。Jinpachi。你西马家果真是被诅咒的一族吗？Jinpachi，看来我好像还不能跟你一起走啊。
Bruce Irvin, renowned with the elite ranks of Kazuya Mishima's personal guard, bears a storied past marked by conflict and resilience. A significant turning point occurred 21 years ago when Kazuya's father bested him in combat, prompting Bruce to sever ties with Kazuya's mercenary cohort. Embarking on a global odyssey, Bruce immersed himself in the tumultuous life of a mercenary, lending his formidable skills to various organizations. His perception of Kazuya's demise shattered when he learned of Kazuya's participation in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. This revelation, coupled with the Mishima's Aibatsu announcement of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, a complex mix of emotions in Bruce. Survivor of immutable battlefields, Bruce sends an undercurrent malevolence, beneath the tournament's surface, but couldn't ignore the allure of impending excitement. Over the years, monotony had crept in his life, and the prospect of the Mishima Zaibatsu involvement promised a welcome diversion. With the seasoned warrior intuition, Bruce yearned for action, contemplating the enigmatic forces that played within the shadows of the upcoming tournament. In his ending, Bruce's character shines through as a compassionate act. A young boy facing adversity in an alley becomes the target of 3 menacing gangsters. The boy's passion for boxing is evident as he practices on a punching bag. However, the gangsters, fueled by cruelty, assault him, vandalize the punching bag, and steal his boxing gloves. In a timely intervention, Bruce Irvin materializes, swiftly dispatching the assailants. His act of justice and encouragement to the aspiring young boxer not only exemplifies Bruce's martial prowess, but also reveals a compassionate side to the battle-hardened mercenary.
Yo, this place ain't free. You better pay up.
This place don't belong to nobody.
Hey!
Huh? What are you doing? Stop!
This is how you throw a punch. Hey, these gloves look pretty good. You're mine now, kid. Who the hell are you? Keep it up, kid.
Lee Chaolan, the adopted son of Heihachi Mishima and rival of Kazuya Mishima, emerges as a complex and strategic character within the Tekken universe. In the King of Iron Fist tournament, Lee initially entered in disguise with the intention of defeating Heihachi, only to be confronted by his supposedly deceased brother Kazuya. This unexpected turn of events threw Lee off balance, resulting in his defeat. In the aftermath of Heihachi's demise, Lee schemed to seize control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, only to discover that someone else had beaten him to it. Convinced that Kazuya was in charge, Lee harbored a deep resentment, vowing to settle the score in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. His determination to claim the Mishima Zaibatsu intensified the rivalry between Lee and Kazuya, showcasing the intricate interplay of personal vendettas within the Mishima family. In the conclusion of the tournament, Lee Chaolan's ending paints a vivid picture of his post-competition life. Retreating to the tranquility of his mansion in the Bahamas, Lee indulges in leisure and reclines his chair. The scene unfolds with a woman in a bathing suit massaging his leg, showcasing Lee's affluent lifestyle. Lee's audacious demeanor is further highlighted when he summons Heihachi, now reduced to the role of a personal waiter, wearing nothing but black swimming briefs and a waiter's bow tie and collar. Lee, with a nonchalant snap of his fingers, issues orders to Heihachi, emphasizing the power of dynamic between the two characters. Heihachi's humorous reaction adds a touch of comedic relief to the narrative. Lee's manipulation of Heihachi through remote control, triggering memories of the explosion at the Hwoarang, serves as a subtle reminder of the intricate relationship and power struggles within the Mishima family. Lee's final satisfaction is expressed with the chuckle and the declaration of excellent. It encapsulates his calculated, victorious demeanor, leaving a lasting impression on the Tekken storyline. Lee Chaolan's ending is a blend of humor and power play, showcasing his wealth and influence. The scene with Heihachi, now a reluctant waiter, adds a touch of irony as Lee turns the tables on his adopted father, emphasizing the fluid dynamics of power within the Mishima family. This ending stands out not only for its comedic elements, but also for providing a glimpse into the opulent lifestyle that characters like Lee Chaolan lead outside the intense battles of the King of Iron Fist tournament. Martial law. Known as the Fighting Chef, embarked on a tumultuous journey that entwined his martial prowess with the challenges of life. Following the collapse of his restaurant venture, Law entered the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4 seeking a chance at redemption. Unfortunately, victory eluded him, leaving him stranded in Japan with no means to return home. Undentured, Law found employment as a dishwasher in a prominent Chinese restaurant. The turning point came when a distressing call from his wife revealed that their son, Forrest, had been involved in a serious accident while joyriding on Paul Phoenix's motorcycle. Faced with colossal bills for property damage and medical expenses, Law saw no alternative but to re-enter the King of Iron Fist tournament, this time a bid to secure a financial lifeline. The stakes were higher than ever. He fought not only for personal redemption, but also to rescue his family from mounting adversity. In the aftermath of his triumph in the 5th tournament, Martial Law returned to America, victorious yet burdened by the weight of financial obligations. A meeting with the lawyer marked the beginning of his endeavor to navigate the complexities of debt repayment. However, his struggles took an unexpected turn when Paul Phoenix, the source of his son's misfortune, presented him with a staggering bill for the motorcycle damage, amounting to $34,500. A comedic twist unfolded as Law, faced with an unexpected financial blow, resorted to his martial prowess, delivering a decisive uppercut that seemingly settled the debt. The scene ended with Martial Law making a swift exit, leaving a comical paper trail behind symbolizing the unpredictable journey of the inimitable fighting chef. Martial Law storyline and comical interactions, especially with Paul Phoenix, showcased the blend of serious martial arts prowess with a touch of humor, a characteristic trait of the Tekken series. Unexpected turn of events in Law's storyline, from financial struggles to the humorous confrontation with Paul, adds depth and charm to his character, making him a memorable yet relatable figure in the Tekken universe. The juxtaposition of martial arts mastery and everyday challenges underscores the human side of these virtual fighters, connecting players to their personal stories behind the confines of the tournament's arena.
Oh, broke again. Huh? Huh? Here. Come on, man. Pay the bill already.
Round 1, fight.
Asuka Kazama, a proud member of the esteemed Kazama family, epitomizes the spirit of justice and integrity. Born and raised as a practitioner of the Kazama-style traditional martial arts, Asuka's journey into the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 was triggered by a tragic incident involving the destruction of her father's dojo and his hospitalization at the hands of an unknown Chinese assailant. With a strong sense of justice ingrained from her childhood, Asuka gained local recognition in Osaka for intervening in neighborhood disputes. Her decision to enter the tournament was catalyzed by the arrival of Lei Wulong, a detective from Hong Kong who hinted that the perpetrator might participate in the competition. Driven by her commitment to justice, Asuka embarked on a quest to confront the assailant. Asuka's personality is characterized by a brash, forthright demeanor and an unwavering commitment to justice. Her love for combat is evident, as demonstrated in her Tekken 5 interlude with Feng Wei, where she chooses to prolong her participation in the tournament for sheer enjoyment of the fight. Her prologue and interlude highlight the penchant for resolving conflicts through knockout, showcasing her as a proactive problem solver. The fiery martial arts is not without its triggers, notably expressed in her interactions with Jin, her self-proclaimed rival Lili, and those who cross her sense of justice. Lili in particular remains a consistent source of irritation for Asuka, interfering in her affairs and leading to confrontations. In her Tekken 5 ending, Asuka achieves victory over Jinpachi Mishima, witnessing the dissolution of his form to dust. A significant narrative twist unfolds as Devil Jin, previously defeated by Jinpachi, lies unconscious. As Asuka approaches, Devil Jin undergoes a transformation, shedding demonic features. Asuka's proximity seemingly neutralizes the devil gene, awakening Jin in his human form. However, the comedic twist at the end where Jin accidentally lands face first between Asuka's breasts adds a humorous touch to the intense battle. Asuka's reaction, transitioning from embarrassment to anger, showcases her spirited personality, leaving players with a memorable, entertaining conclusion. Asuka's name, meaning to fly like a bird, aligns with her spirited personality. The name also plays homage to the Asuka River in Nara, near Kashiro Harada's parents' residence. Her surname, Kazama, means while the wind is blowing, capturing the essence of her martial artistry. Asuka's character reflects common Japanese surname, aiding authenticity to her identity.
バスもタクシーも通らんやろな。ああ、もうどないしよう。
ここは
いきなり何すんねん。
俺はどうしてたのか
手かましよってこんなもちろん。
何なんだあいつ。
Feng Wei, a formidable martial artist in the Tekken universe, embodies a complex fusion of strength and ruthlessness. His insatiable desire for power and combat prowess defines him as a character with both strengths and fatal flaws. Having excelled in his training to become the best in the class, Feng's greatest weakness lies in his impulsive urge to engage in combat, leading him to commit the grave act of murdering his master after a scolding. This dark incident arises from his addiction to fighting, a trait that propels him towards a goal of becoming the world's strongest fighter. Feng Wei's disdain for weakness is evident in his belief that the weak do not deserve to live, a sentiment he expresses when justifying his attack on Asuka's father. His journey unfolds against a backdrop of destroyed dojos and injured innocents, underscoring his relentless pursuit of supremacy. The iron rings he wears around his wrist serve as a dual purpose. Not only do they add weight to his arms for increased resistance, but they also function as a defense measure against opponents. This practice is rooted in martial arts styles like Hung Gar and Gao Kung Mun, showcasing the depth of detail in Feng's character design. In a nod to Chinese martial arts cinema, Feng's story pays homage to a genre where antagonists seek recognition and superiority by defeating martial artist schools. The parallels with characters from popular films such as Jackie Chan's Drunken Master and Stephen Chow from Kung Fu Hustle add cultural depth to Feng's narrative. Interestingly, Feng stands out as the only Chinese character in the Tekken series without a double character given name. His connection to the God Fist style is central to his identity, a Chinese Kenpo master under the tutelage of a skilled master known as Shinken, or one who possesses divine fists. Feng Wei rose to become the strongest fighter in the dojo. However, an ambition led him to break the dojo's rules by engaging in contests with martial artists from other styles, ultimately resulting in the tragic confrontation with his master. Feng Wei's path takes a turn as he discovers that mastering the art requires uncovering the secrets hidden in the Shinken scrolls stolen by the Mishima clan. Entering the King of Iron Fist tournament with a singular purpose, Feng Wei seeks to reclaim the secrets of God Fist scrolls. His journey is marked by the internal struggle of reconciling his prowess with the consciousness of his actions. In his ending, Feng successfully retrieves the God Fist scrolls during the 5th tournament. The scene unfolds with Feng diligently studying the scrolls' vague contents, unlocking new powers that culminate in a jaw-dropping display of strength, the obliteration of an entire mountain with a single strike. Feng Wei's narrative draws parallel with the genre of Chinese martial arts movies, adding depth to his character's background. The iron rings he wears find cultural renaissance in the martial artist styles and popular films, serving both as practical, symbolic purposes. Additionally, Feng's resemblance to Kaoretsu from the manga and anime Baki adds an intriguing layer to his character, as both are Chinese Kenpo fighters with distinctive visual similarities. In essence, Feng Wei's character is a rich tapestry woven with cultural references, personal struggles, and a relentless pursuit of martial excellence. Raven, a character shrouded in mystery and intrigue, emerges as an enigmatic figure within the Tekken universe. As a secret agent of the United Nations, crucial details about his origin, real name, and age are deliberately concealed, adding a layer of mystique to his persona. Distant and businesslike in all interactions, Raven remains an elusive enforcer, visually drawing inspiration from Hollywood actor Wesley Snipes' iconic roles, particularly Simon Phoenix from Demolition Man and the Marvel Comics character Blade from the Blade film series. Raven captivates with his shades, personality, tattoos, and distinctive costume. His "I'll see you in hell" wind pose pays homage to Blade's signature "catch you later" point and walk. Namco, when questioned about these striking similarities, clarified that their intent was to create an authentic ninjutsu practitioner and a cool black guy, with any resemblances being purely coincidental. Raven stands out as one of the most skilled ruthless agents with a classified government intelligence agency. His mysterious demeanor is accentuated by the X-shaped scar etched across his face, leaving his past obscured from prying eyes. Tasked with the mission to investigate the intricate connection between Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation, Raven found himself witnessing the dramatic assault on Heihachi Mishima by a relentless deployment of jacks. The subsequent explosion triggered by the jack self-destruction marked a turning point. News of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 reached Raven, prompting him to delve into the heart of the competition. His objective to unravel motives behind the tournament and gather crucial intelligence, codename Raven. This relentless operative navigates the shadowy realm of international espionage. His ending encapsulates the essence of his character, stoic and efficient. With Jinpachi defeated, Raven contacts his superiors, calmly stating mission complete, returning to HQ in a display of athleticism. He scales a vertical cliff and elegantly lands on a stealth aircraft that swiftly sprints him away from the scene. In summary, Raven's character in Tekken is a masterclass in secrecy and skill. As a covert operative with the penchant for uncovering the truth, he adds a layer of suspense to the Tekken narrative. The deliberate concealment of his background, coupled with the cinematic influence, make Raven an enigmatic force within the terminus world of the King of Iron Fist tournament.
Mission complete. Returning to HQ.
Heihachi Mishima, the indomitable head of the Mishima Zaibatsu and the pivotal figure in the King of Iron Fist tournament saga, faces yet another terminless chapter in Tekken 5. After a defeat at the hands of Jin Kazama, Heihachi finds himself cornered by a squadron of jacks in the Hanmaru. In a surprising turn, even the estranged son Kazuya initially fights alongside him against this mechanical onslaught, only to abandon Heihachi in the face of impending danger. The ensuing explosion, a result of jack detonation, would have been fatal for any ordinary man. But Heihachi is far from extraordinary. He emerges from the chaos, battered yet alive, A month later, Heihachi discovers that control of the Mishima Zaibatsu has been seized. The King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 is announced. Undeterred by the recent ordeal, Heihachi, fully recovered and resolute, decides to enter the tournament with the singular goal: reclaim the Mishima Zaibatsu. His declaration, "I don't know who's behind this, but the Mishima Zaibatsu is mine," encapsulates his unyielding spirit and determination to regain what perceives rightfully his. In the narrative twist of Heihachi's ending, a rocket is featured accompanied by a countdown. As the countdown progresses, it unveils a shocking revelation. Heihachi has restrained not only himself, but also his son Kazuya and his father Jinpachi on the rocket. Despite their desperate attempts to break free, the countdown reaches the climax and the rocket is launched, leaving 3 generations of Mishima's bloodline suspended in the air. Heihachi, observing this chaotic spectacle through the binoculars, ends the scene with a chilling laugh, perhaps symbolizing his triumph over his adversaries, even if it means binding them together in a bizarre, explosive feat. Jin Kazama, pivotal figure in the Mishima family saga, emerges from the aftermath of the intense clash between his father, Kazuya, and grandfather, Heihachi Mishima. Following the grueling confrontation, Jin experiences an unsettling surge of an evil presence, leading him to lose consciousness. As he awakens, Jin finds himself in a mountain forest, ravaged by an immense tornado, a destructive force he acknowledges as his own doing. The haunting aftermath of this event plagues Jin's dreams upon returning to Yakushima. Sensing the Devil Jin's ominous influence intensifying within him, Jin grapples with the realization that he may inevitably be consumed by its power. Despite the lack of clear path, Jin embarks on a journey guided solely by the inexorable hand of fate. Within the tournament's narrative, Jin faces a formidable adversary in Hwoarang, resulting in his defeat. However, the Devil Jin within Jin takes control, leading to a brutal counterattack against Hwoarang. Undeterred, Jin presses on through the tournament, ultimately reaching the climactic final round against Jinpachi Mishima. In the aftermath of this intense battle, Jinpachi dispatches into the sand, signaling Jin's triumph. The narrative then shifts to a future moment where Jin, having secured control of the Mishima Zaibatsu, strides to the throne room, surrounded by Zaibatsu staff offering salutes. Jin assumes the throne with an ominous smile, hinting at the shadowy path he now treads as a leader of the powerful Zaibatsu. When the malevolent force of the Devil Jin takes control of Jin Kazama's mind, a transformation occurs, birthing Devil Jin. This alternate persona is a manifestation of pure aggression, destruction, and brooding malevolence. In the scenario campaign, it becomes apparent that Devil Jin does not only share memories of Jin but retains certain sensations. Devil Jin views his host as weak-willed and insignificant, treating Jin as a vessel for his formidable power. Unlike Kazuya's devil form, Devil Jin possesses pale skin, distinct from the purple hue associated with his counterpart. The most striking feature is his dark angel wings, adorned with black feathers instead of typical devil wings. This is a unique trait that holds significance as Harada confirmed a connection to Devil Jin's Kazama heritage. The black feathered wings serve as a symbolic reference to fallen or dark angels, entities cast out of heaven due to sin or possession. Devil Jin's wings thus represent a complex fusion of heritage and demonic influence. Devil Jin emerges as a replacement for his counterpart Devil, which has merged with Kazuya, losing his independent identity. In the game's narrative, Devil Jin plays a prominent role serving as a sub-boss for various characters. Notably, Devil Jin has distinctive interludes with Asuka Kazama and Jinpachi Mishima, highlighting the depths of his impact on the Tekken universe. Asuka and Sergei Draganov share unique interaction with Devil Jin if chosen as the player's character. The genesis of Devil Jin aligns with the destruction of the Hanmaru, leading to Jinpachi's release from imprisonment. This event triggers the activation of the Devil Jin within Jin, marking the beginning of his descent into darkness. 2 months later, the malevolence consumes Jin's mind, entirely giving rise to the formidable force that is Devil Jin. During the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Devil Jin surfaces after Jin's defeat by Hwoarang. A brutal encounter unfolds, resulting in Hwoarang's hospitalization. Devil Jin, now permitted to continue in the tournament, joins forces with Jin, claiming victory and seizing control of the Mishima Zaibatsu. In his concluding moments, Devil Jin defeats Jinpachi, absorbing his powers. A transformative process ensues as Devil Jin morphs into a darker form, covered in fur, elongated horns, and glowing white eyes. Breaking off his gauntlets, Devil Jin releases a powerful roar, sending shockwaves to the stage, epitomizing the uncontrollable force unleashed by the Devil Jin. Devil Jin's intricate design and narrative nuances reflect the fusion of demonic influence and Kazama lineage. His black feathered wings, a departure from traditional devil wings, add depth to the character's symbolism. Devil Jin's unique interaction with other characters underscore the complexity of his role in the Tekken storyline. As a sub-boss, Devil Jin becomes a formidable adversary, embodying consequences of the Devil Jin's influence on the Mishima bloodline. Kazuya Mishima, a pivotal figure in the terminless Mishima family saga, is marked by the themes of betrayal, vengeance, and the haunting legacy of the Devil Jin. Following his defeat at the hands of both Heihachi and Jin in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4, Kazuya found himself unconscious, surrounded by a squad of Jack Force. Suspecting G Corporation's involvement, he teamed up with Heihachi to confront the mechanical assailants. However, seizing an opportune moment, Kazuya abandoned Heihachi and unleashed his devil form, narrowly escaping the Hanmaru's explosion. Driven by a resolute desire for revenge, in the subsequent King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, Kazuya's path entwines with Raven, who reveals G Corporation's betrayal and awakening beneath the Hanmaru, speculating that his grandfather, Jinpachi Mishima, now controlled the Mishima Zaibatsu. Kazuya embarks on a quest for vengeance. The tournament becomes a battleground for family secrets and corporate conspiracies. During the tournament, Kazuya encounters Bruce Irvin, a familiar face from his past who joins him in seeking retribution. The unfolding events lead to a confrontation with Jinpachi. Kazuya defeats Jinpachi, only to unleash the devil within, symbolizing by a menacing eye. The transformation culminates in a chilling maniacal laughter, leaving Jinpachi in ruins. Kazuya's journey encapsulates the cynical nature of the Mishima conflict. The Devil Jin, a hereditary curse, manifests in relentless pursuit of power and revenge. His alliance and subsequent betrayal of Heihachi showcase the family's fractured bonds. The revelation of Jinpachi's control over the Mishima Zaibatsu adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, emphasizing the intergenerational strife within the Mishima bloodline. Kazuya's transformation into Devil Kazuya is marked by a red eye symbolizing the malevolence within, echoing a haunting legacy of the Devil Jin. This tragic tale of family betrayal and demonic legacy defines Kazuya's character.
Ji-san.
Jinpachi Mishima, the patriarch of the Mishima clan and founder of the Mishima Zaibatsu, is a character whose life is marked by honor, wisdom, and tragic betrayal. His journey begins with the expansion of the Mishima Zaibatsu into an industrial empire during World War II, capitalizing on military demand. Post-war, haunted by regret for the company's direction, Jinpachi adopted needless conflict and redirected the family's legacy to martial arts. Unlike his turbulent descendants, Jinpachi epitomized an honorable fighter and maintained a strong sense of wisdom. His friendship with Wang Jenrei further showcased his harmonious nature. However, Jinpachi's virtuous lifestyle took a dark turn when Heihachi, driven by bitterness, staged a coup, usurping the Mishima Zaibatsu and imprisoning Jinpachi beneath the family temple, Hanmaru. Despite attempts to reclaim the company, Jinpachi failed and faced a tragic demise through starvation. Fate, however, had a different plan when the Hanmaru's destruction by Jack robots freed him, organizing the 5th King of Iron Fist tournament. Jinpachi sought to end the Mishima bloodline's corruption and free himself of the demonic entity that animated him. Jinpachi's name, meaning benevolence 8, reflects the honorable nature. Notably, he may have influenced the name of his great-grandson Jin Kazama, following the common Japanese practice of naming children after relatives. Tekken developer Kazuya Harada named Jinpachi after his own father, adding a personal touch to the character's identity. Initially not playable in the PlayStation 2 version of Tekken 5, Jinpachi's backstory unfolded through encounters with Lei Wulong and Raven in story mode. His non-playable status didn't diminish the impact of the narrative. Taken over by a vengeful spirit with supernatural powers, Jinpachi orchestrated the tournament from the shadows, seeking liberation from the spirit that consumed him. In a finale, Jinpachi faced his great-grandson Jin Kazama in a battle for redemption. Defeated, Jinpachi laments his unstoppable transformation to demonic form, shedding a single bloody tear that symbolizes remorse for his actions and sorrow over the cursed Mishima feud. As he ascends to the sky, the world is left to grapple with the consequence of Jinpachi's tragic fate. Jinpachi Mishima reveals the intricacies of familiar honor, betrayal, and the supernatural. His influence extends beyond the game's narrative, shaping the Mishima bloodline's legacy and adding an emotional complexity to the Tekken universe. The tragic arc of Jinpachi's life is marked by friendship, betrayal, and supernatural possession that showcase the nuanced storytelling that Tekken is celebrated for. Tekken 5 picks up the narrative immediately after the intense conclusion of the King of Iron Fist Tournament 4. The Mishima family's long-standing feud escalates to a climax in the Hanmaru, with Jin Kazama emerging victorious over his grandfather Heihachi and his father Kazuya in his devil form. As Jin escapes in the aftermath, G Corporation's Jack 4 robots, led by the mysterious Raven, launch a devastating assault on the Hanmaru. The Mishima legacy takes a dark turn as betrayal unfolds, leaving Heihachi at the mercy of the self-destructive robots. The aftermath sees Jin grappling with the consequences of his devil gene, awakening in a ravaged forest. Recognizing the destructive potential of his devil form, Jin retreats to Yakushima, haunted by nightmares and tormented by the uncontrollable power within him. Determined to eradicate the source of his evil, Jin embarks on a quest setting the stage for the tumultuous events of Tekken 5. The Mishima Zaibatsu, now seemingly without a leader after Heihachi's assumed demise, announces the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. The participants are left in the dark about who orchestrated the competition. Jin, driven by desire to confront the darkness within him, enters the tournament, advancing to the final round. Here he faces the shocking revelation. His great-grandfather, Jinpachi Mishima, thought to be long imprisoned beneath the Hanmaru, emerges in a monstrous form. Jinpachi, imprisoned by Heihachi 44 years ago, is now poised by a malevolent entity unleashed during the destruction of the Hanmaru. The entity, seeking its own end, announces the tournament in hope that someone powerful enough will arise to stop his reign of terror by killing Jinpachi. The sinister entity appears to have a connection to Jin's devil gene, triggering the latent evil within him. In a climactic battle, Jin confronts and defeats Jinpachi, causing him to dissolve into dust. With the Mishima Zaibatsu now under Jin's control, he ascends to the throne, a sinister smile hinting at the dark events that loom the horizon. The narrative of Tekken 5 explores themes of family betrayal and the integral struggle against one's own demons, culminating in a power shift that marks the beginning of a new era for the Mishima Zaibatsu. The story leaves players on the edge, anticipating the unfolding consequences of Jin's newfound control and the ominous forces that surround the Mishima legacy. This game marked when Jin stopped being a Kazama and started being a Mishima. Tekken 5 introduced the Devil Within mode, a captivating and story-driven minigame that diverges from the traditional one-on-one battles of the Tekken series. Centered around Jin Kazama's quest, the Devil Within mode provides play with a unique blend of platforming elements, puzzles, and intense combat scenarios. Unlike its predecessors, Tekken 3 and 4's Tekken Force modes, The Devil Within not only adds an intriguing storyline to the mix, but also restricts players to controlling Jin Kazama exclusively. The storyline of The Devil Within is interwoven with the events of Tekken 5, occurring just after the Tekken 4 tournament. Motivated by the possibility that his mother, Jin Kazama, may still be alive, Jin ventures into G Corporation's laboratory, operated by their subsidiary, Metacurn. This sets the stage for encounters with super soldiers, advanced robots, jacks, including a modified Gunjack model, and even clones of Heihachi Mishima. Notably, the psychological implications of the setting are hinted through a room decorated like a childlike's bedroom, suggesting the potential psychological experiments on Kazuya during his time as a G-Corp experiment. As Jin progresses through the laboratory, the boundaries between humanity and the devil form blur. The transformation into Devil Jin, a manifestation of the devil gene within him, becomes a central theme. The narrative explores the conflict within Jin as he grapples with forces he did not wish to encounter. Amidst the search for his mother, Jin delves deeper into the lab, eventually confronting his worst nightmare, True Ogre. After a fierce battle, True Ogre escapes into ancient ruins beneath the lab, leading Jin to an unexpected and mystical journey. The laboratory is owned by G Corporation's pharmaceutical wing, Metacurn, introduced an intriguing facet. The clone Heihachis bearing serial numbers and lacking Kazuya's chest scar offer hints about G Corporation's experimentation. The proximity to Ogre's temple could explain the devil gene's activation, connecting the narrative to Tekken's overarching themes. Exiting the ancient ruins, Jin finds himself in an unworldly location, reminiscent of an alien spaceship. Here he faces enemies unlike any he's encountered before, adding an element of surprise and challenge to the minigame. Ogre reemerges as a formidable adversary, revealing a third monstrous form, Monstrous Ogre. The battle intensifies as Jin must overcome this colossal and transformed version of his foe. Devil Within portrays Jin's struggle with the devil gene, signifying a descent into his own loss of control. The game's progressive stages, featuring battles against the supposedly deceased ogre and clones of Heihachi, become increasingly bizarre. Alien abductions and surreal scenarios may reflect on Jin's deteriorating mental state as he grapples with his dual nature. The unreliable narrator concept suggests that players experience the game through Jin's distorted perception, mirroring his internal conflict. Devil Within presents a diverse array of bosses, minions, each posing unique challenges. The bosses include Modified Gunjack, Clone Heihachi True Ogre, the Soul Sphere, and the ultimate adversary, Monstrous Ogre. The minions, such as various Jack models, Jack 5, G-Corp soldiers, and Ogre's mutants, add depth to the combat scenarios, creating a dynamic and engaging gameplay experience. Devil Within adopts a limited button system, simplifying the controls to block and jump, along with the basic punch and kick buttons. While this streamlined enhances accessibility, Jin retains some of his special moves, including the powerful Demon's Paw. The gameplay not only involves combat, but also incorporates platforming elements and key quests, adding variety to the overall experience. Successfully completing the Devil Within mode unlocks Devil Jin as a playable character in Tekken 5. Devil Within unveils additional content such as unlocking Starblade in Arcade History mode and alternate stages. The gameplay offers unlockable content through completion of exploration. The Devil Within mode in Tekken 5 sparks debates about its contribution to the canon. While it remains unclear whether the Devil Within aligns with the primary narrative, Jin Kazama's prologue mentions a journey guided by destiny to confront the evil plaguing him. Official Tekken page suggests that the Devil Within unfolds within the Tekken 5 timeline, taking place after Heihachi's Hanmaru attack. This implies that the Devil Within narrates Jin's untold story, bridging the gap between the 4th and 5th tournaments. Overall, Devil Within is a multifaceted narrative within Tekken 5, shedding light on Jin Kazama's uncharted journey. While its connection to the story remains ambiguous, the mode delves into psychological complexities, offering players an immersive experience beyond traditional fighting arenas. The mode mysteries, entwined with Jin's internal struggles, contribute to Tekken's rich narrative tapestry. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, an acclaimed fighting game, emerged as a standalone update to its predecessor Tekken 5, initially hitting Japanese arcades in December 2005. This iteration swiftly made its global debut in February 2006. The momentum continued with the release of the PSP version in July 2006, bringing back the electrifying battles to handheld consoles, building on the solid foundation laid by Tekken 5. Dark Resurrection introduced a plethora of enhancements and additions that resonated with the fans worldwide. The game's expansion to the PSP platform further advanced the Tekken experience, allowing players to engage in fierce battles on the go. This standalone update to Tekken 5 brought a myriad of enhancements, refining the already acclaimed fighting mechanics and character roster. The game's availability extended beyond traditional physical releases, marking a significant step into the digital era. In 2006, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection became accessible as a downloadable game on the PlayStation 3, utilizing the emerging PlayStation Network online service plan in Japan. The rest of the world followed suit in 2007, allowing players to experience the adrenaline-pumping battles, intricate storylines of Tekken with the convenience of digital platforms. The expansion of Tekken 5 into Dark Resurrection not only showcased the series' commitments to staying at the forefront of fighting game innovation, but also demonstrated its adaptability to diverse gaming platforms. With updated features, intensified gameplay, and seamless transition to the digital distribution, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection solidified its place as a timeless addition to the Tekken legacy, captivating both dedicated fans and newcomers alike. The transition from Tekken 5 to Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection brought about significant enhancements and alterations, contributing to a more refined and balanced gaming experience. One of the notable changes in the arcade battle mode was the introduction of additional ranking titles. The removal of Conqueror rank was compensated by the inclusion of the 12 new titles. The reconstructing of the ranking system marked a departure from Tekken Lord being the pinnacle, making way for Dark Lord and ultimately the highest rank, Divine Fist. To achieve the coveted Divine Fist rank, players must have had to navigate through the challenges of Tekken Dojo mode, completing league matches, survival tournaments, and ranking tournaments. The promotion chance for Divine Fist was exclusively offered in the Heaven Dojo, the 6th stage in the Tekken Dojo mode, presenting an opportunity for Dark Lords. This elevated the level of accomplishment required to attain the pinnacle of ranking, adding depth to the gameplay. Arcade Battle and Dark Resurrection not only introduced new ranking titles, but also incorporated a statistical tracking system. Each character started with a new clean slate, and players could monitor their performance, wins, losses, and win percentage. This addition not only provided players with valuable insights into their gaming statistics, but also added a layer of competitiveness and motivation to improve. Balancing was a key focus in Dark Resurrection, addressing moves that appeared overpowered in the original Tekken 5. New moves were introduced for certain characters, and incomplete or imbalanced moves were refined. This meticulous rebalancing contributed to a more equitable and competitive playing field, enhancing the overall gameplay experience. Character customization received a boost in Dark Resurrection, offering players more tools to personalize their fighters. The default colors for characters underwent changes, giving them a fresh appearance. Notable examples include Paul's dojo uniform, changing from red to white, and Kuma's brown fur turning to white, resembling a polar bear. Although these changes were default, players retained the flexibility to customize characters back to their original colors, ensuring a tailored gaming experience. Dark Resurrection didn't just stop refining existing elements, it introduced new stages, some of which were modified versions of the originals. These stages featured different textures, details, and the remixed versions of the original's music, adding visual and auditory diversity to the gaming environment. For instance, the Flaming Temple transformed into a normal temple in daylight, and the church appeared as a snowy castle, showcasing the developer's creativity in reimagining familiar settings. In summary, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection elevated the Tekken 5 experience by introducing new challenges, refining gameplay mechanics, and offering a more personalized and balanced fighting environment. The transition from Tekken 5 to Dark Resurrection not only addressed previous shortcomings, but also embraced innovation, ensuring that the Tekken legacy continued to captivate and engage its audience. In the realm of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, the character roster serves as a vibrant tapestry, blending the familiar faces from Tekken 5 with intriguing new additions. The game not only welcomes back all 32 playable characters from its predecessor, but also introduces 3 fighters, each with distinctive background and fighting style. The 3 fighters were Armor King II, Lili De Rochefort, and Sergei Draganov. Armor King, a revered figure in the Tekken universe, adds layers of mystery and intrigue to the narrative of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. His story unfolds with dramatic interest into the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, showcasing a relentless pursuit of justice and desire for retribution. The tale takes a riveting turn after the intense match between King and Marduk. Seizing the opportune moment when the lights dim, Armor King emerges from the shadows, launching a surprise assault on Marduk in the tournament's waiting room. This attack, executed with precision, hints at a deeply rooted vendetta that transcends the boundaries of the tournament. The enigma deepens as Armor King swiftly departs as the lights flicker back on, leaving Marduk to grapple with the revelation of his assailant's identity. Marduk, haunted by the specter of his past actions, becomes consumed by the fear that his attacker might be the very man he had once defeated and believed to be dead. The revelation serves as a catalyst, propelling Marduk on a quest to unravel the truth behind the assailant's motives and identity. The narrative takes an unexpected twist as Armor King, having defeated Jinpachi Mishima, crosses paths with King II. The encounter charged with tension, and when confronted about his identity by King II, Armor King responds in dramatic fashion, executing a jumping tombstone piledriver. This devastating move serves as both display of prowess and a cryptic response, leaving King II and the audience in suspense. The story reaches its climax as Armor King, having delivered the impactful tombstone piledriver, walks in the sunset, symbolizing the elusive nature of his character. The aura of mystery surrounding Armor King persists, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and sparking King's recollection of a familiar move. Emily Lili De Rochefort, born into opulence as the only daughter of a wealthy Montesquieu oil magnate, experienced a life of luxury and privilege. However, her tranquil existence took a dramatic turn when 4 years prior to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5, she became the victim of a kidnapping. Far from being a helpless captive, Lili fiercely fought against her abductors, emerging victorious and unexpectedly discovering a latent desire for conflict with herself. Free from captivity, Lili's newfound passion for combat clashed with her father's disapproval. Undeterred, she candidly entered the street fighting tournaments under the guise of vacationing. Savoring the taste of battle, the turning point came when an invitation for the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5 arrived, revealing the Mishima Zaibatsu as the host, an entity causing havoc on her father's business affairs. Seizing the opportunity to remedy her family's troubles, Lili entered the tournament with determination in her heart. Her path crossed with Asuka Kazama in the tournament, resulting in a defeat that would alter the course of Lili's destiny. Learning of her clandestine fighting activities, her father imposed a ban, confining Lili to the confines of her home. The dream of a rematch with Asuka remained elusive under the watchful eyes of her disapproving father. In a culmination of her journey, Lili's ending paints a portrait of blissful ignorance, iconic triumph celebrating her victory over the Mishima Zaibatsu with her loyal chauffeur Sebastian. Lili reels in the collapse of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Oblivious to the repercussions on her father's business empire, she laughs with joy, anticipating his delight upon learning of the Mishima's downfall. The chauffeur, however, stumbled on the shocking revelation as Rochefort Enterprises declares bankruptcy following the Mishima Zaibatsu collapse. Lili remains blissfully unaware, encapsulated by the joy of her triumph. The scene captures the essence of Li's character, spirited, rebellious, and driven by a desire to carve her path in a world that seeks to confide her.
Now that I have taken care of the Mishima Zaibatsu for my father, I'm sure he would be thrilled.
Truly splendid, Miss Lily.
Sebastian, you're too much. I only did what any daughter would do.
Rochefort Enterprises, a world-famous oil company, has filed for bankruptcy. Industry analysts speculate it is due to the split-up of the Mishima Zaibatsu, a major business partner.
Sergei Draganov narrative in the Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection weaves a tale of military intrigue, covert operations, and the pursuit of a mysterious organism. As a member of an elite special operations unit in the Russian military, Draganov embodies lethal precision and discipline befitting his role. His name, a fusion of Russian rifle designers and a real-life sambo practitioner, reflects both deadly skills and the martial arts he employs in battle. Known as the White Angel of Death, Dragonov's reputation precedes him on the global battlefronts, setting the stage for his involvement in the King of Iron Fist Tournament 5. His conflict with the UN officers Raven and Master Raven hints at a complex geopolitical landscape he navigates. The moniker, the White Angel of Death, adds an ominous enigmatic layer to his character, suggesting a lethal force guided by a higher purpose. The narrative unfolds in a frozen island, desolate expanse, buried in a subarctic forest. The discovery of an anomalous object beneath the permafrost triggers the cascade of the events, prompting the Russian military to dispatch special forces. The mysterious object, transformed with utmost secrecy, becomes the focal point of Dragonov's clandestine mission. The subsequent revelation of the mission unveils an extent of the secrecy and the stakes involved. Draganov is tasked with investigating and securing a specimen of the profound interest to the military. The shrouded secrecy surrounding the mission is palpable, emphasizing the importance of the mysterious organism. As Draganov arrives in Japan to execute the mission, the plot takes a sinister turn. Scientists of the Russian governments have Devil Jin confined with a water tank. The shocking experiment involved transferring electrical currents between Devil Jin's tank and another, inducing visible agony in the demonic entity. The narrative hints at Dragonov's role in the clandestine operation, leaving Devil Jin withering in pain and revealing an ominous glowing eyes in the opposite tank. The PSP port of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection stands out as a remarkable achievement in bringing the adrenaline-fueled battles of the Tekken series to the handheld gaming realm. One of the notable features in the game's seamless performance is maintaining a full 60 frames per second during matches, ensuring a smooth and responsive gameplay experience. While cinematics may dip to around 30 frames per second, this does not compromise the core fighting action. The introduction of game sharing is a standout feature, embodying the spirit of social gaming. With only one copy of the game needed, players could exchange in heated battles over ad hoc connections, enhancing the communal aspect of the Tekken experience. The game's compatibility with different firmware versions adds to its accessibility, accommodating to both North American and European players. Tekken Dojo Distinctive Mode adds a layer of depth to the gameplay by allowing players to spar against ghosts of other players. The ability to upload and download these ghosts online, along with the option to acquire official ghost packs from arcades globally, enriches the competitive landscape. Gold Rush Mode introduces an intriguing twist where players fight for in-game cash, adding an economic element to combat. The inclusion of classic bonus games, Tekken Bowl and Command Attack, pays homage to Tekken's rich history drawing content from Tekken Tag Tournament and Tekken 4. Namco's innovative solution to the PSP's D-pad limitations with a special D-pad attachment for enhanced control demonstrates the dedication to optimizing the gameplay experience for the portable platform. In terms of content, the PSP version, while foregoing some original stages and music from the arcade release, compensates by featuring new variations and music introduced in the Dark Resurrection update. It preserves the uniqueness of each character's stage with presenting cropped versions of the ending moves, ensuring that the essence of Tekken's narrative is retained. Tekken Dark Resurrection commercial success, charting 5th on the best-selling games list in July and August 2006 and surpassing 2.2 million copies sold by July 2009, attests to its widespread appeal. The game not only translated the exhilarating combat of Tekken to the portable PSP, but also enriched the experience with innovative features, making it a standout title in the handheld gaming landscape. The arrival of Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection on the PlayStation 3 marked a significant moment for hardcore Tekken enthusiasts who had yearned for a home console version of the acclaimed title. While the PSP version had garnered positive views, the competitive Tekken community expressed their desire for a platform that could match the intensity of home console gameplay. Namco Bandai responded to these sentiments by bringing Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection to the PlayStation 3, retaining the title of the original arcade version. This move aimed to provide players with the best of both worlds, combining the stages and music from both Tekken 5 and Dark Resurrection. However, a keen observer would notice the absence of the Final Battle 2 stage from Tekken 5 and the replacement of the Space Colony BGM, the center of gravity, with the original song Orbital Move. One of the distinguishing features of the PlayStation 3 version was its ability to maintain the original graphical performance of the arcade, running at a seamlessly 60 frames per second and supporting a full 1080p HD resolution. Unlike its visually scaled down PSP counterpart, the PS3 retained the core modes from the arcade, including Ghost Battle and Gallery modes, while introducing the playable Jinpachi Mishima for the first time. Initially lacking several gameplay modes from Tekken 5 PS2 and Tekken Dark Resurrection PSP, such as Story Bonus, the PS3 version received a substantial update on June 25, 2007, named Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection Online. This update introduced online versus mode, online rankings, practice, and survival modes, marking the series' first foray into online gameplay. The update garnered praise for its sleek matchmaking interface and the vibrant community it fostered. In a GamePro article titled The 24 Greatest PS3 Games Revealed, Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection Online secured the 12th spot. The article commended the game as a pinnacle edition of Namco's fighter, highlighting its extensive character roster, sharp 1080 enabled graphics, and the groundbreaking online mode. It positioned Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection as the definitive version of the classic fighter, available as an affordable PSN download and thriving with the active player community. The game's legacy on the PlayStation 3 resonates, a testament to its enduring appeal and the successful fusion of arcade precision with the convenience of home console gaming. Tekken 5 stands as a pivotal chapter in the history of the Tekken franchise. It marks the deliberate return of the core combat fundamentals that earned Tekken 3 widespread acclaim. The decision to remove the position changes introduced in Tekken 4 were initially a source of excitement, proved to be a double-edged sword. While the position changes were seen as an attempt to mimic other fighting games like Virtua Fighter, they were difficult to execute and often bypassed in favor of a more effective move. Thus, their removal in Tekken 5 was largely appreciated by the fanbase. Furthermore, the game addressed another major issue: wall environment. In Tekken 4, wall hits could be scored on various solid objects scattered throughout the arenas, leading to an overcrowding and reducing a sense of control. Tekken 5 sought to reintroduce walls without enclosed feeling of overwhelming obstacles. This provided variety in gameplay and a deeper level of strategy without compromising player freedom. However, one recurring critique pertains to the game's 30-character roster. While diversity in character selection is usually celebrated in fighting games, some players found it a bit overwhelming to master the movesets of so many characters. The extensive roster, while impressive, also led to questions about the necessity of some characters, as certain newcomers felt like the reiterations of previous fighters. The ability to customize character was a welcome addition to the Tekken series. However, it faltered in execution. While the customization can be a key selling point for modern fighting games, Tekken 5 opted a more comical and lighthearted approach with accessories that often fell out of place in game's context. The choice detracted from the depth of personalization that could have been achieved. Perhaps the most disappointing aspect of Tekken 5 is the Tekken 5 Devil Within minigame. Designed to delve into the backstory of Jin's venture into the adventure-style gameplay, it was widely criticized. It featured repetitive gameplay, uninspired environments, and cheap boss battles, leaving players unsatisfied with what could have been an engaging side activity. Online play, a standard feature on the contemporary gaming, was absent from Tekken 5 while it came in Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. While the lack of online functionality may not have been a critical issue at the time of the game's release, it was notable omission that left players yearning for more connectivity. The final boss, Jinpachi, became the symbol of frustration for many players. His extreme difficulty level tested the patience of gamers, making some question whether or not the challenge was a worthy addition or a source of irritation. In a game designed to entertain, Jinpachi's seemingly insurmountable power became a point of contention. On the brighter side, the graphics were a testament to the PlayStation 2's capabilities, with character models and environments showcasing the meticulous attention to detail, was a visual feast for the eyes. The game's soundtrack, composed of techno beats, added depth to the experience and intensified the atmosphere. In terms of replay value, Tekken 5 offered various modes and challenges such as arcade mode versus mode. However, some of these modes felt uninspiring and repetitive, failing to provide the depth of engagement that players might have expected. Ultimately, Tekken 5 stands as a game with moments of brilliance and missed opportunities. While it excels in core combat mechanics, stunning graphics, and an extensive character roster, its shortcomings in character customization, minigames, and the absence of online play hinder its full potential. These issues, compounded by the challenge presented by Jinpachi, prevented the game from achieving perfection. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate Tekken 5 approximately 7. Its core fighting experience is solid, but the game falls short in other various aspects, leaving players with mixed feelings about the overall package. Thank you for making it this far. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Tekken, please leave a like and comment. If you're new to the channel, subscribe so you won't miss out on the next retrospective. This is the Retro Phantom, signing out.